All right. Those that know me know I'm a big fan of this book, and I suggest you go grab it off Amazon or wherever. This Metaphysical Anatomy, I love the tagline, "Your body is talking, are you listening?" And I think this is worthy of having on every shelf. You don't have to read the whole thing, this is a reference. Today, I thought I'd read about strokes, partly because my mom had one. I'm going to send this video to her afterwards. But also, I made a new friend this past weekend and read a passage to him, and I think maybe a bit of it reached him. And one thing I've learned about the dis-ease in our bodies, energy or memories or whatever it is that gets stored within us, compounds and builds layers like an onion. And one small thing, it doesn't have to be a massive trauma, it could be a small thing, but it just compounds and compounds, and when our patterns and how we live, work, and play, sometimes we change all that, so to avoid that feeling again, and that works against our best selves. So today I thought I'd read about strokes. That's page 738. I suggest, for those of you that might want to take this for a spin, close your eyes and just listen and picture in your mind an event or a place or a time or a feeling, because for the most part, I'm batting about 100 with people with this, is that just something, a vision appears and they kind of like get taken back to that time and can process it a bit and kind of recognize it for what it is. And as I say, you can return to this and repeat it many times and continue to do work to perhaps get rid of some of that dis-ease. So here we go on strokes. So stroke, C, high blood pressure, blood problems, hemorrhoids, and tremors. So emotions. You want to be loved, but at the same time have an unconscious fear of receiving love. You've made negative associations with love. Receiving love may have caused you to feel out of control. When you needed love during childhood, your parents were often frustrated or out of control. Now you may have a fear of love and losing control of your own life. This has caused many self-sabotaging patterns. This fear has reflected itself throughout your relationships and interactions with people. This cycle has now come full circle. Your emotions have become intense and overwhelming over time. It is almost literally paralyzing you. Love is a very dark side, and you know how much it can hurt if you allow yourself to become vulnerable. You have invested a great deal of energy protecting yourself from love that may potentially harm, expose, or weaken you. You feel mentally and emotionally challenged whenever you communicate the need for more control, love, safety, or affection. The way in which you expressed your emotional needs was not always understood. This made you feel unloved, unfulfilled, or ignored. You have a deep need for love, support, and acceptance, so you took on others' burdens and responsibilities. By keeping busy, you help fill a void in your life. You take on too many responsibilities as a distraction from your stress and emotions. You've reached a point where you do not have as many responsibilities. You are now terrified that you will not be loved, admired, or accepted anymore. Your acceptance and self-worth were based on how many burdens and responsibilities you had. The people who used to need you may be unavailable, so you are searching to replace the acceptance and approval you got from them. When this pattern changes, so will your lifestyle. You are now spiritually, emotionally, and physically exhausted. You have felt very intense emotions for a long period of time, yet often felt too awkward to communicate these emotions. Your sadness and pain is expressed through anger, resentment, and rage, which only causes more confusion, as the origin of the anger is not expressed. So there's a section here called key points, and some of these some of these questions will be difficult to dig into, such as birth trauma, unless you can speak to people that were there, but it is interesting nonetheless. So key points. When you needed acceptance, what did you have to do in order to feel validated? Do you still repeat the same cycle to this day? Explore further possibilities. Explore why you feel so angry. Who disempowered you during childhood? Who suppressed your ability to make your own decisions? You may have still acted out this pattern in your adult life, causing you to become a very unhappy and bitter person. You were taught to serve and look after others. You may have been bullied and dominated into this position in the family. You've had many responsibilities starting in childhood. How did this make you feel? Trauma related to feeling overwhelmed and trapped in circumstances you couldn't change. Explore fertilization stages when sperms approach the egg. So again, possibly tough to find out, but nonetheless. Explore birth trauma. Did you feel stuck in the birth canal? Was there a lot of pressure on your head, and how did that make you feel? Can you relate to similar emotions in your life right now? Explore associations made during birth with feeling under pressure, scared, out of control, or responsible for your mother's pain. Why do you feel so resistant to change? What part of your personality do you not want to let go of? Explore further possibilities such as anger. You might use anger to push people away, resulting in feeling safe. You might use anger to express boundaries. How does holding on to all of your emotions keep you safe? What would happen if you let go of it? Do you know who you are without the anger, resentment, or bitterness? You might have a fear that you will be vulnerable if you let go of the trauma. Who might attack? What stops you from communicating how you feel? What would happen if you did? And explore how your rigidity and stubbornness served you, and explore the need to hold on to it. Why do you feel like giving up on life? What has become too much? Who or what is challenging your freedom and ability to make your own decisions? And how did this make you feel? Okay, so that's it from this book. Again, it's a Metaphysical Anatomy book. I'm not a doctor, but I've used this book to heal all sorts of things for myself. And every time I share passages with with friends, I usually get a holy shit back from them. So I thought I would share this on YouTube. Maybe this helps someone out there somewhere. I hope it does. And if it does, give me a like or something. Okay, see ya. Have a good day. Bye.